Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Great League, and let's see if we can get some wins with this team here. So we're going to be featuring the Shadow Empoleon paired with the Goodra and the Shadow Gligar. They switch out into their Shadow Gligar. We are going to use a Hydro Cannon here with our Empoleon. It does get the shield, which is great for us. We're going to try to catch a move. Okay, no catch right there, but we are going to match them with our own Shadow Gligar. They have to throw these arrow aces as the digs would be resisted. So we kind of anticipate what they are going to be able to throw. We shield once here after they throw their second arrow ace. We're going to throw our own arrow ace right here. It is going to take it into the red. And then our opponent here ends up getting to another move. So we believe we can survive here. So we're just going to let this go and then look for the farm down. But they don't allow us to farm it down. They switch out into their Skarmory. We're going to throw this arrow ace because we're going to faint anyways. Come back in with the Shadow Empoleon. Throw this Hydro Cannon and threaten potential shield. Let's see what they end up doing. They decide to let it go. And they're probably going to fire off the Brave Bird. So we're just going to let this one go. Ends up being the Brave Bird. We barely survive. We're trying to switch out of there immediately. Now we get matched up with the Shadow Quagsire. Shadow Quagsire is going to be able to threaten a potential Stone Edge. Stone Edge does get through huge damage, but they try to catch a move, and we are able to farm them down for the additional energy. And because these Dragon Breaths are doing a ton of pressure, we're going to be able to threaten a shield here. So we throw the Thunder Punch, they decide to shield, and then we have back-to-back Thunder Punches right here. Even though this is a resisted move, it is so low that it should take it out. And there you go. GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with Goodra running the Thunder Punch Draco Meteor moveset. Kind of an interesting moveset. And we did have the double Thunder Punch to win the game. All right, next we got the Shadow Empoleon versus the Vigoroth. Ouch. Not a great lead here. We're going to switch out into the Goodra, and we get met with a Bastiodon. This has gone from bad to worse. This Bastiodon is going to be able to fast move us down, I believe. However, we are able to throw neutral Thunder Punches back. We don't have the Aqua Tail in this situation, so we're not going to be able to throw those Aqua Tails. But Thunder Punches, you know, considering all things, still doing some chip damage nonetheless. Third Thunder Punch goes through, gets it into the yellow. They're going to be able to throw a move here to take us out. They go for the Flamethrower Undercharge, and they are going to be able to get that extra fast move in. So this is going to be another Flamethrower. We are going to be able to survive it, so we decided to let it go. They switch out into their Vigoroth. We switch out into our Shadow Gligar, and we got to play this matchup out now. So they do have this spammy Vigoroth to tackle our Gligar, but we are resisting their counter, so at least we're not taking a lot of fast move pressure. You can see right here, we do get the shield from our opponent because potential dig would get so low, we do farm it down, but they decided to shield that first one, and now we have to try to get the second shield. We're going to go for another arrow ace bait. They decide to let it go, and they are able to survive it, so they are able to get to this move here. Body Slam goes through, gets us into the red, and ooh, this Sableye here is going to be very difficult to beat, as the Sableye is pretty tanky. We are going to switch into our Empoleon here to force him to use some energy. Foul Play goes through, takes us out, and unfortunately not able to win that game. So probably in hindsight, the dig versus the Vigoroth was our small win condition, taking out that Vigoroth so we don't take that Body Slam damage, and then try to beat the Sableye with the last remaining Pokemon. All right, Annihilape here is terrible, so we're going to switch out into our Goodra. Goodra here is going to have to tank one move, ends up being the Night Slash. Trying to avoid the debuff. We do avoid the debuff, which is great. Here we have to think about shielding here because we don't really have a great counter to this Annihilape with the Empoleon or the Goodra, so we just got to play this one out. One Thunder Punch goes through. We get the shield back, which is great. So now we have to try to win this game one shield with either Gligar or the Empoleon. We decided to go with the Gligar here because we're going to be able to deal super effective fast move damage. They are going to be able to throw one move. Ends up being the Shadow Ball, so we do shield the correct Shadow Ball. Let's see what they bring back in here. They've only revealed Annihilape, so okay, ends up being the Gligar. Gligar here is going to have to get to at least 2 moves to take us out from this range, I believe. But we're going to threaten another Aero Ace here. Let's see if we get a shield at any point. Okay, we do get the shield there. And now they're going to be able to throw a move. This Aero Ace will not KO, but get us pretty low. And then here, we're going to try our best to try to catch something. Nope, unable to catch that move right there. So we're just going to be able to go back in with our Shadow Empoleon, throw this Hydro Cannon. Hydro Cannon here gets it into the low yellow and forcing them to use some energy here. Do we have any chance of farming this down? Not from that range. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to farm down. We need to farm down, come out with some energy to throw back at that Gligar. So GG's to our opponent. That was a tough game. Annihilape was annihilating our entire team, especially since they were staying in and we didn't get them to switch out. Maybe if we had double shielded out of that Goodra situation, maybe that was the play, but the Annihilape was a huge problem. All right, Shadow Empoleon versus the Lickitung here. We're going to fire up a Hydro Cannon. This Hydro Cannon will deal a lot of damage, roughly 50% right there. We're trying to catch a Power Whip, but they are aware of that, so they switch out into their Azumarill. So here we go, Goodra versus the Azumarill. We are running the Thunder Punch version, so this is going to be able to fight back with some good, super effective damage. And because the Azumarill takes a while to get these moves, look how many Thunder Punches we are going to be able to get. So this is the second Thunder Punch here. It's going to be another super effective damage. Let's see if they let it go. They decided to let it go. Okay. And then we're going to try to race to another move here. If we do get to the Thunder Punch, this is going to get a KO or the shield. They decided to let it go. So interesting right here. We are able to flip that switch with the Goodra versus the Azumarill. So that's really interesting. Here, we're going to have to go back in with our Gligar. We anticipate... we're making a call here. We're thinking some kind of flyer so that the Empoleon can deal well with the backline. So we decided to use our Gligar right here. They're throwing a ton of body slams here, not switching out, which is a good sign for us. And yep, there it is. We're going to throw this Aero Ace right here to do some damage. Ends up being their own Shadow Gligar. Because we got that Aero Ace to go through, look at these Steel Wings able to chunk away at their health. So GG's to our opponent. Able to win that game with 2 shields on the board and the Empoleon basically able to threaten the fasting down. All right, here we got the Shadow Wishcash versus our Shadow Empoleon. We're going to switch on immediately into our Goodra. Goodra versus this Skarmory. Okay, so this is where the Thunder Punch is coming in clutch. We've seen this Goodra take over the Azumarill. You can see super effective Thunder Punch goes through against that Skarmory. Our opponent here does throw a move. If they don't throw Brave Bird, we are going to be able to get to another move here, I believe. Yep, here we go. This Thunder Punch here potentially takes out this Skarmory, so they're going to get a shield or going to get the KO, and that is pretty decent considering all things. Coming back in with the Shadow Empoleon, this Empoleon here is going to have to tank a move. Ends up being the Brave Bird. Huge damage, but we are able to survive it. Looking for the farm down. We do get the farm down, and we are ready primed with a Hydro Cannon, so we can fire off this Hydro Cannon. Huge damage back towards that Shadow Wishcash, and they reveal that they have the Tentacruel in the back. Tentacruel here, not necessarily a good counter to this Gligar with shield at disadvantage, and we are able to deal that huge dig. So check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.